John, this one's everywhere right now. People are upgrading to ovens with built-in air fry features, thinking they're going to replace their countertop unit. Same crunch, same speed, less clutter. But then the first batch of fries comes out soft, and suddenly the oven feels like a letdown.
So this review here nails really the most common misunderstanding that's out there about oven-based air fries. People expect countertop results in a full-size cavity, but that's really just not how physics works, right? If your french fries aren't crisping, it's not because the feature is broken. It's really because the environment wasn't built for the kind of performance that you're expecting. You know, a countertop air fryer is a high speed convection box that's the size of like a really small microwave, right? It's tight, it's super hot, it moves air like a jet engine. And that's how it's able to crisp up so fast. It's a really small volume, it's really short distances, and it's concentrated heat from all sides. But in a full size oven, even with that dedicated air fry mode, which is great, you're working against a giant chamber, right? And slower moving air, no matter how powerful the fan itself is. The volume is usually going to be somewhere between 5 to 7 times larger than what a countertop unit can hold. So unless you're using high airflow baskets, a preheated oven cavity, and you left the proper amount of space around all the food in there, you're kind of just roasting with a lot of extra fan noise at that point. Most ovens with air fryer are using what amounts to an enhanced convection system. It's not some like turbocharged redesign that's going on inside there. And if you load up these solid trays like full of food, that area isn't going to be able to circulate around it properly like it can in your countertop unit. And that's where that sogginess comes from, right? Because the steam can't escape at that point. So it just kind of sits around. So if you're trying to chase after that crispiness, that's all driven by evaporation rates and airflow velocity. It's really not just temperatures at that point. So a standard oven, it doesn't support it without the proper setup. So is oven air fry a gimmick? Absolutely not. But it's really not a plug and play replacement for what your countertop unit can do for you. It's a tool for sure, but like any tool, it works if you understand what the rules are, right? You need to still use these low mass, low yield loads, right? You need open airflow, you need perforated pans, you need a preheat cycle that can actually get that chamber moving. Otherwise, like I said, you're not air frying, you're just kind of baking or roasting really fast, and those are going to give you vastly different results.